Hey family, it's Chef Rick. Welcome back to Flavor Lab Wednesday on Unseen Cuisine, Cooking Without Limits. On Monday, we learned how to cook quinoa. Today, we're going to discover why quinoa tastes the way it does, and most importantly, how to make it taste amazing. One of the biggest complaints I hear, Chef, quinoa is boring. No, quinoa isn't boring, it's quiet, and there's a big difference. Quiet ingredients are waiting for you to build flavor around them. That's what chefs do. So let's head into the flavor lab. Flavor profile, getting to know quinoa. Every ingredient has a personality. Quinoa's personality is gentle. It does not overpower the rest of the dish. Instead, it supports everything around it. Take a spoonful of plain cooked quinoa. Close your eyes. Take a slow bite. Aroma cue. Notice the soft, earthy aroma, almost like fresh grain after a harvest. You may even notice hints of toasted nuts if you toasted it before you're cooking. Flavor cue. Quinoa isn't sweet. It's not salty. It's mildly earthy, slightly nutty, and incredibly clean. Because of its flavor, it's subtle. Every seasoning you add becomes more noticeable. That's one reason why chefs love working with it. Texture is one of quinoa's greatest strengths. Unlike mashed potatoes, it isn't creamy. Unlike risotto, it isn't silky. Unlike sticky rice, it doesn't cling together. Instead, each tiny seed stays separate. Tactile cue. Roll a spoonful gently across your tongue. Notice how the tiny seeds remain individual. As you chew, they become tender with just a slight pop. That light texture is why quinoa works so well in salads, stuffings, and vegetarian dishes. Now, flavor pairing. Now let's see what happens when we introduce other ingredients. Think of quinoa as a supporting actor. It makes everyone else look so good. Herbs, fresh parsley, cilantro, basil, thyme, dill, mint. Each one adds brightness without covering up quinoa's natural character. Aromatics like garlic, shallots, roasted onions, fresh ginger. These ingredients build warmth and depth, citrus and acid. A squeeze of lemon, a splash of lime, a little vinegar. Acid wakes up quinoa. It makes every bite feel fresher. Healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado, toasted nuts, seeds. Healthy fats coat the quinoa and help carry the flavor across your plate. Warm spices like cumin, smoked paprika, black pepper, turmeric, coriander. These spices turn quinoa from mild into memorable. Now, I want to do a sensory exercise with you guys. Let's train your palate. Take 3 small bites. First, taste plain quinoa. Notice its natural flavor. Second, add just a pinch of salt and taste it again. Notice how the nuttiness become a little bit more noticeable. Third, add a squeeze of lemon and a drizzle of olive oil and take 1 more bite. Did you notice what happened? The lemon brightened it. The olive oil rounded it out. The salt connected everything together. That's flavor building, not recipe following. Common flavor mistakes with quinoa. Most people don't dislike quinoa, they simply underseason it. Like cooking it in plain water with no seasoning often leaves it tasting flat. Instead, try cooking it in broth and season thoughtfully. Finish with fresh herbs. Balance it with acid. Those 4 simple changes can completely transform quinoa. Here's what I want you to remember. Don't ask yourself, what does quinoa taste like? Ask yourself, what do I want quinoa to become? Because quinoa is one of the few ingredients that happily takes on the personality of everything around it. That's why chefs love it. And today, we learn that quinoa isn't supposed to steal the spotlight. Its job is to support, balance, and carry flavor. When you understand that, you stop trying to force quinoa to taste like pasta or rice and start appreciating it for exactly what it is. All right, family, that's today's Flavor Lab Wednesday. Now, you understand quinoa's flavor profile and you're ready for Friday. So, we're taking everything that we learned this week and transforming quinoa into something unexpected. My quinoa and zucchini meatballs served over roasted spaghetti squash with a rich tomato sauce. It's comforting, it's nutritious, and it's proof that healthy cooking never has to sacrifice flavor. Until then, Cooking Without Limits, where food heals and flavor inspires. I'm Chef Rick, and I'll see you on Recipe Friday.